everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm with Cassidy. Cassidy messaged me a few days ago, about a week ago now, wasn't it? On Instagram, asking me if he could get his S3 on the channel. I said, why not? Because it's a Saloon, and obviously I've got a Sportback, as you know. So this is a pre-facelift Audi S3, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Yeah, and the colour, guys, Sepang blue. What a colour in it, mate.
Yeah.
What an absolute. To be fair, like we said off camera, you don't see many Sepang blue cars in general, do you?
No, I don't think so. I think you see more Q7s and stuff, really.
But it's an old Audi colour though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is now, after like what we're saying, with Arla kind of taking over it.
Yeah. Is this a exclusive Audi paint and the Sepang blue?
No, not that I'm aware of. I might be wrong.
Alright.
I think it was just an option.
Yeah, super nice. And do you know what it is with my car? Because it's black. Black looks really good when it's clean, but when it's dirty, it's horrible, isn't it?
Me personally, I think black's probably the best colour in the world, but you need to have a valeter to clean it every day to appreciate it. Because no matter where you live, it's either going to get dirty over here. Yeah. If it's somewhere sunny, it's going to get dusty.
Yeah.
So
no, bang on, absolutely right to the words out of my mouth there. Yeah, super clean car, and extremely well spec. So do you want to run through the specs of this car? That it's got kind of like, I know you got it obviously as a XM.
Yeah, so originally I bought it from Bradford Audi. It was it's got one previous owner before me, and prior to that it was an ex-Audi demonstrator. So it's got pan roof, Bang & Olufsen, adaptive cruise control, which not a lot of these have really. The upgraded, they all come with 19s, but these are the upgraded ones that you see generally on the facelift.
Okay, cool.
So it came with those.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The other ones generally look like.
I know what you're on about. They've got like a gap in the middle of the spoke, haven't they? Whereas these ones haven't. Yeah, I much prefer these ones, to be fair.
Parking sensors front and back as well.
You've got front parking sensors. Yeah. So a bit of a shitty thing on. Wait, did they come standard on all pre-facelift, or was it an optional extra?
Option.
All right, fair enough. Because the thing is, I was going to say that's a shit thing about S3. Well, don't you think that's a shit thing?
It's a shit thing with Audi in general. If you want anything, you've got to pay through the nose.
And that's annoying because the thing is, it's like, you know, you're buying such a premium car, you'd expect to get all the kind of like goodies with it, wouldn't you?
If you got Golf R, you get everything, don't you?
Yeah, which is annoying. But the only thing I suppose that they miss out on is obviously the leather seats and stuff like that, which is obviously dead annoying. I can't believe how cloudy it is.
I was saying rock.
I know, mental, mate. Guys, if you can see what the weather conditions are like that now, hopefully you can see the windows. It's like cloudy as fuck. I can't even believe it, to be fair. Wow, crazy. So it's got quite a lot of optional extras. It's got obviously the front and rear parking sensors. I think it's definitely needed on a car like this. You need them. I'm so cautious when I'm parking up in terms of, am I like too close to the front? Am I going to hit something at the back? So yeah, front and rear parking sensors are 100% needed. You know, like you said, pan roof, super sick option. And I don't think you find pan roofs unless you find a highly spec'd S3 or RS3. Yeah. So that's super sick. Have you got folding mirrors?
No.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
I think I'm going to get a retro first.
Same.
It's just something so simple.
I know, it's dead annoying. I hate what you're saying.
I mean, being a demonstrator, you'd have thought I'd have had everything.
Exactly,
I know super sport seats, which I'd have loved, but...
Have you ever sat in the super sport seats before?
Yeah, I have, yeah. But,
cool.
But to be honest with you, they look the part, but you hear a lot of people say, you know, there's a lot, you slide and move a lot on the seats. And they don't feel much better than these, to be honest with you, because these aren't really that good.
I just being in the car, like just, you know, as you're just driving quite briefly there, you know, you've not put your foot down or anything, it feels very similar to mine.
Oh, it will do. I mean,
but I thought it'd be like totally different given it's a Saloon.
To be honest, I don't, a little bit, because yours is lowered as well. You won't notice any difference.
Is yours lowered?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've never even mentioned that. Yeah. No, because we never spoke about mods, did we?
Yeah. It's a good segue to go into mods,
Yeah, so mods, I've got a ram air induction kit, high floor turbo elbow, intake pipe, H&R, I think the 30s or maybe 25s, I'm not 100%, springs, 12mm spacers, just to give it a little sort of look. I didn't want to go overboard.
Yeah, to give it that nice stance,
just to fill the arches out a little bit. Once I had it lower, I needed to get the mag ride calibrated.
Oh, have you got mag ride on this as well?
All saloons have factory.
No
S3s,
way.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a factory S3. I've 19s and mag ride as standard.
Liberty.
Yeah, I don't know why. You'd think they'd just put it on all the range, but
Liberty. What? Absolutely.
So that needs calibrated ideally, but just going to work and this and other, it's not too.
So did you have to find springs that would work with your mag ride?
I just looked on loads of forums and stuff like that.
People were saying
and they said if you go for anything like an H&R racing line or an IBAC, they're all compatible. You know, because you're going like 25 to 30 mil. It's ample to work with mag ride. You're any lower than that, you may as well put coilovers on and get rid of it. And that's it. And obviously, main thing remap, yeah, it's MRC stage 1.
See, that's what. Even then, it still feels so subtle, doesn't it? Like until you plant it, you can't.
The thing is, if you keep it just in drive, and opening sports, it just drives exactly like it did before.
Mate, I can't believe that's super nice. Yeah, really civilised. Did you go down to Banbury? Or?
Yeah, I went to Banbury. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bet that was a nice drive, wasn't it?
Yeah. That drive home was better. Yeah.
So what powers it? So what powers it stock, and then what power did you see from
standard? Well, I say standard. These originally are 296.
All right. Okay.
So when they did it, but then I obviously had the filter and the high flow elbowing and stuff. Yeah. So then they did a pre-health check, like run on the dyno before they tuned it.
Yeah.
So the intake and the turbo elbow, it were actually 310.
Right, okay.
Just so that it give it 14 brake.
So it actually
just from that.
It did give it that?
Yeah, 14 brake.
Fuck me, no way. See, you know that video, like...
Yeah, with Thomas.
Mate, I can't believe it, and a lot of people were like, nah, it doesn't really do anything. But then a guy commented on my video, and he's actually put his actual figures up with the sheet saying, actually, depending on the brand of the filter, the actual car, it can make a difference anywhere up from like, 10 to kind of... snippy that. Yeah, that's a clean, 100%, you can feel it. It feels like it's got that extra, bit of oomph. Yeah, it's nice that. And it feels sturdy and planted, Mate, that feels good, that. See, I would have thought that the Saloons handled better than the Sportbacks.
Well,
because it's got a wider track, hasn't it?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Because this is wider than mine, isn't it? I reckon it looks wider.
I'm not sure, maybe. It might be just because I've got spaces on, as daft as it sounds.
Have you done a res delete to this?
Yep, so it's had a res delete as well. One of the first things I did.
Did you do that local as well?
Yeah. Just, one of my friends got a garage, so they just did it for me. Half an hour job.
It's not a non-drone one, is it?
Tell you. I can't tell you, just ordered it.
No, because the thing is, loads of people on the S3 are so worried about the drone, but the thing is, they don't make them.
I don't think
it just opens it up, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't think it makes that much difference.
Yeah. When you got the map done, did they like give you an option to kind of like get pops and bangs and all that?
Yeah. I told them I didn't want them, to be honest with you. But
do you know what, mate? It sounds so much better because the thing is, I think on the 2 litre, pops and bangs sound tacky. Do you agree?
That was my thought process.
Yeah.
Drive now.
Is this your daily?
Yeah. It never pops and bangs once.
Yeah, that's nice. That. I think the ride of your car, like my brother. So my brother's got the RS3 AP. He's got the H&R springs on his. I've noticed that.
What yours are back?
No, mine's a racing line.
Racing line, yeah.
And I think the racing line springs are a little bit more softer on the road, whereas these do. I've just noticed that they do feel a little bit harsher.
But you know what? I never realised until I watched your video, and you went, obviously racing line, a UK company, and they developed it on our roads. And I thought, you know what? Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because our roads are shocking, aren't they?
Did you get the springs fitted on straight away, pretty much when you got the car?
No, but I didn't do anything with it for about a year.
Okay,
then I started doing bits and pieces here and there.
Alright, fab. What are your future plans with this car?
If I wanted to do anything really, I'd maybe consider just getting some new wheels. But even then, I'm not 100% sold on that, to be honest. I think, to be honest, it's pretty much done without overdoing it.
Yeah, exactly. What are you in terms of power? Are you happy and satisfied with the power it's running out now?
My opinion is you never get without spending a lot of money,
Yeah.
the same feeling you get an amount of power from a stage one without, you know, if you start chasing fingers, it does cost quite a bit of money.
No, of course.
But
Yeah,
for me personally, with how much you get through a stage one, I'm pretty content with it.
Fair enough.
It's a good all rounder. You can
and
go
like
to the
you
shops
said,
and go to work.
it's still
Bring the little lad
civilised.
up from school. You know, it's not so obnoxious just now, so it's alright.
No, absolutely not. And like you said, it's still civilised.
Yeah.
And 100%, I can guarantee that, confirm that. And also, you know, when you want to put your foot down, obviously it turns into a bit of a beast. But
Yeah,
obviously,
that's it.
and you're still getting the similar kind of MPG, aren't you?
Yeah, to be honest.
Which is absolutely bang on. I'm sorry, but I cut you off before. So what? I know you said what power rate got standard, so 296.
Yeah.
And then you got 310.
310 with
The intake.
the ram air intake and high flow turbo elbow.
What about when you got it mapped? I think I cut you off there. Sorry.
380
380.
and 535 foot-pound
That's
torque.
mental. See, that's a good amount. That I
Yeah.
think 380. Anything more from a stage one is hard. You're gonna be turning left doing this giveaway. Yeah. Anything more from a stage one is a bit much, I think, and I think
Yeah.
you're putting too much strain on the engine.
Right before changing intercoolers and downpipes and
Yeah.
stuff, which me personally, I wasn't over bothered, you know, maybe a
Exactly.
few years ago.
Yeah,
when I didn't have a
sure.
wife and kids at the polyfront kitchen sink at it, but
Fair enough. Absolutely. So I think one thing that I suppose I was really interested in, I suppose experiencing and, you know, speaking to Cass about his saloon is, you know, do I regret buying a Sportback and not going for a saloon? I don't know. I think in terms of the way they look, there is a massive difference in terms of the way they look, and of course there is one.
I mean, one of my friends, he's got an 8P and it's architectural and it's like same power as a 380.
Really?
Yeah.
And
he,
stage one?
No, stage 2
I was
plus.
going to say, yeah.
And he gives me some stink and he goes, it's not a proper S3. It's a Saloon, it's not a proper S3.
So I'm planning on going on coilovers in the future just because I do want a tighter ride.
Oh yeah,
But I do think
massive difference.
I 100% think after being in your saloon, mate, that you've definitely got, your car is definitely wider and therefore has a wider track, and I'll have like a better, it'll handle better on the roads naturally, I think. But I suppose, yeah, going back to that question, I mean, it's tough really. Do I regret getting a Sportback? I think no, just because with the way my life's set up, like, you know, the kind of like open the boot, bam, 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 chuck everything in, and you can do this in this as well. I'm not saying you can't, but I think, you know, just having that convenient fifth door kind of.
There's pros and cons.
There is, yeah. In terms of the way it looks, it's tough. I think that in this current status, in terms of the way my car looks and the way most Sportbacks look, this is so fucking good looking. It's a super pretty car, and I wouldn't mind to get a saloon just for the way it looks.
Yeah,
absolutely
to be honest with you,
gorgeous.
that's what sold me on it was the look really.
It's pretty, yeah, it's so beautiful, mate. Absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, the mag ride and the 19s and stuff, I didn't know about that. Once I decided that I wanted to go for a Saloon, then I started looking on these were bits and pieces I picked up doing a bit of research, which I was surprised at.
Fair enough. Random. What do you think of the braking of your S3 compared to other cars you've had, like your Cupra?
To be honest, it's ready for the full set of discs and pads.
Yeah.
But it's alright, but I think it could be better.
Okay. With stage one, they say you don't really need to, you know, upgrade the brakes. Yeah. Were you looking at anything else in the like hot hatch range before you went for the S3?
No, I'm a bit of an Audi fanboy, to be honest with you.
Same.
I've had 4 now. I've had 2 A3s and 2 A4s.
Okay.
Obviously A4s when I had my little lad and you want to throw his bikes in and stuff like that when he was younger. He's a bit older now, so there's not as much essence for it. But
yeah, of course.
We use my wife's car if I need to throw anything in. I don't throw anything in this.
Mate, I'm the exact same. I went to IKEA once with my missus, mate, biggest mistake in my life. I was just crying on the way home thinking, oh my god, all my levers are going to get creased.
Marking seats, everything.
I know, tell me about it. It's a tough one, isn't it, really, in terms of saloon and hatchback. I think it definitely comes down to personal preference. If you do, I think overall, and I'm trying not to be biased, I think the Saloon is a pretty looking car. I really do. I just think it is. I think the Sportback, you know, it's very similar to like how an estate is kind of like a bit.
I mean, one of my friends,
it's tough.
I was talking to you earlier on, before we were on camera, he had a 66 plate 3-door S3, and I think they stopped making them in a 3-door on the 66, and I don't think you can get them in a 3-door anymore.
Oh, right, no way.
This is what he told me when he bought it. And I prefer the Sportback to the 3-door.
I'm not a fan of the 3-door, just because it's not convenient.
Well, so much so, he got rid of that and he's got a Sportback and just gone for another S3 again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, 3-door for me, just the way I live, it's just not convenient. I think if you're really young and you're in your like early teens, it might work.
Yeah,
but for me, like,
even then it's a ball getting out.
yeah, exactly, and getting your mates in and stuff like that, it's a bit of like you said,
it's not worth that, is it?
No, definitely. What an opportunity, and like, you know, I'm actually really happy that I met with Cass today and obviously got into his car, because it is, whilst it's similar in some aspects, it's totally different, and you know, you can definitely feel that power that he's got from it, you know, that he's running from that stage one, but more so, you know, just the car in general feels a little bit different, even though it is quite similar to mine. And I don't know whether it is just because it has got that bit of a wider track and presence, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's an absolutely sick car. So Cass, a quick question I want to ask you is, what are the things you like about having an S3, and what are the things you dislike? I know we spoke about it briefly in terms of what we dislike, you know, the attention and what like off camera, but yeah, from you.
What I like about it, I mean, to be honest with you, before I got the remount, I wanted to get an RS3.
But Saloon?
No, well, even either, to be honest with you. I'd have had either.
They didn't do the Saloon in the pre-facelift, did they?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Just for the 5-pot more than anything.
Yeah, can't beat it, can you?
One of my friends has got one, and he said to me, he says, I'll tell you now, he says, I raced a Golf R that were maps with 3 lads in, and he had the pre-facelift ones, so they're only 360. And
The same engine as this then?
Yeah. And he says, I couldn't get away from it at all.
Round bends or on a straight?
Just like in general.
Oh, really?
And he was on his own.
Well, that's what I mean. I think unless you're on a straight, you can't see the power difference. Because my brother-in-law's got an RS3 8V facelift.
Yeah, the Nardo one.
And on the bends, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Unless you're on a big straight and it's miles ahead of us, then you'll see that power difference. But is it worth that money?
I don't think it is.
No.
For me, it's going to be what, to get one I like, and maybe a spec, it's going to be this and 10 grand, and you know, for the sake of 850 quid at MRC, he's turned into a totally different animal.
And you know what as well, for me, like, I wouldn't even go for the power, I'd go for the sound only.
Yeah, it's all same here, totally. Because inside, bucket seats, what else? I might not even get a spec I've got in this.
Exactly. I wouldn't even really care about the power. It's that engine, isn't it, and the capability. Yeah.
Unreal.
Bang on, I totally agree.
The car itself, I think it understays a bit, which a lot of people say they do until you go for the facelift one that has the, let's say the RS3, like the alloy block, which is meant to cause less understay. I mean, it's not massive, but if I could pick anything, it's probably understeer.
So I'm going to be getting a thicker anti roll bar at the rear.
Yeah.
Have you got a dog board mount?
No, but
get one.
To be honest with you, after watching your video, and you talking with Marv, I thought to myself, it's definitely going to be on list.
It's a good cheap body,
mate.
Yeah, it's a good, because I've got the Powerflex one on mine now, plug and play, super easy. You probably do it on your drive.
How much is it?
I think it was about 35 quid or something like that.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly, no-brainer. A lot of people message me, so people who haven't got S3s but they want to get S3s, you know, and I don't think this applies to Saloon or Sportback. It applies to pre-facelift or facelift.
Yeah.
The question they ask me is, Rand, what should I do? Should I save money and get the pre-facelift, or should I just spend that little bit extra and get the facelift? I never really know what to tell them because it's not my money to be spending. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't tell. I can advise someone, I think you should do this if you've got the money, but it's kind of hard to say. Don't go out your budget. Don't go out.
Yeah.
Don't go spending money.
That bit better, don't
but don't go spending money that you haven't got.
And put yourself in a hole. Yeah.
Exactly. Is there if the difference is a couple of £100 quid, bang on. You know, why wouldn't you get a facelift in your car? If you're talking a couple of grand and you're going out of budget, then no. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You don't. There's nothing worse than living beyond your means, because when you get it, you're meant to enjoy it.
Straight down there.
You're meant to enjoy it. You're not meant to be worrying about your next payment, or you know, because obviously if you're going out of your budget, you're either getting extra money on a loan, or you're getting on finance, or taking out of savings or whatever. You know, unless you're 100% sold on it and you know you're going to be able to get your money together, then it's not worth it, because it takes enjoyment out.
I could go up there first, sorry.
Because it might take all. It brings a lot of problems, and with money problems, you know, if you're in a bit of skin after buying it, you might.
But did you ever drive a facelift?
Before this?
Yeah. Or was it even ever in your
I test drove the facelift one at Bradford Audi, because when I got there, they didn't have it at Bradford. They got it shipped from South London.
Oh, really?
So I took out a 7-speed salesman's facelift one.
And for you, was there any actually no, there isn't, that it isn't worth that extra money?
To be honest with you, I never even looked into it, because that would have wanted me budget, so I didn't even tempt myself in it.
Yeah.
So I'd automatically wrote it off. But personally, I think that the facelift look better.
You reckon?
Oh, them headlights, 100%. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think so.
I prefer the backlights. But
Yeah.
obviously, you can't get sequential indicators in them.
Yeah.
But I prefer facelift.
So you
facelift
can't
headlights.
get can't you get them?
You can get the pace car ones, but you can't get the proper,
Like
the factory. You know, can't remember what they call them.
I know you're on about the ones that kind of like
trail out.
yeah. I mean, if you've got the money, then yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I personally think you should.
Yeah.
But then if you haven't got the money, then no, you're not going to be missing out of. You're not going to be missing out.
Deal.
No, not really.
Especially
no.
if you can get a pre-face with a little bit of a spec, then it kind of
Like this.
softens the blow of it.
Yeah, 100%. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video. It was really interesting and exciting for me to actually get in a saloon. I've actually never been in an RS3 saloon or an S3 saloon or even an A3 saloon, to be fair. The reason why it was interesting was to kind of see the differences between, you know, the way the cars handle. Obviously the biggest difference is obviously the way they look from the outside, but from the cabin they're quite similar.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Cass has got a few extra bells and whistles of mine, obviously with the pan roof and whatnot. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Cass, a massive thank you, mate, for joining me and letting me film your car. Until next time, guys, take it easy and look after yourselves.